Hello everybody and welcome back to SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 Universe. I am Jitch. This is SmackDown.
Approaching the ring from Dallas, Texas, weighing 270 pounds, Vance Archer.
And I have no idea where the TV remote is, so I can't really hear it very good. Vance Archer, the guy who does that awkward fist punchy thing on the way to the ring. The guy who lost to The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Good old Vance Archer. He's going to compete in a submission match. Why? I don't know. But I guess this is happening. Neither of these two are submission specialists. But why the hell not?
South Carolina, weighing 248 pounds, the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin.
The gold standard. That's what they call him. Shelton Benjamin, I think, will be gone right after this one, unless I can get Community Creations to work in 2012. W12, I don't know why I called it 2012. Unless I can get it to work in that, this will be the only one that either of these two are in. I don't think I'd keep Vance Archer. No disrespect to the guy, I just don't really know him. I know that he's called Lance Hoyt, but that's about it. That's his real name and the name he goes by on the indies. I do know a little bit about Shelton Benjamin. I remember his mama angle from 2008 or 9, maybe a little soon, maybe 2007. I don't actually remember the year it happened, but I remember seeing it. He was Intercontinental Champion at the time. It was a very old memory of mine, but I do remember it. I don't know how I'm gonna win this, but I'm gonna try. All-American from Minnesota. Minnesota. With a D. Minnesota. Drinking some soda. Michael Cole and his soda. Can I just keep saying things again and again to be really annoying? Oh boy, I can't wait to hear that line a lot. Yep, just fall right past each other, that's cool. If you hear any like noise, it's like on and off hailing at the moment. So, I'm sorry if that gets picked up on the microphone. Not my intention, but it just kind of happens. So, you know. I do have the window open, because I like a good bit of air circulation. Whee! Oh, that didn't work very well. I didn't think you could go outside to the ring in a submission match. I feel like that was a thing I remember, was that like there was a game at the very least where you couldn't go outside the ring in a submission match. I suppose why would you? We've also got a tag team ladder match to come later. What's it for? Absolutely nothing. Speaking of which, the tag division. So John Morrison and R-Truth will be competing in this tag team match. They are actually Raw superstars. For all of 2011, I have to keep the unified tag titles because, A, you can't actually set up title matches for the other belts, it turns out. You just can't. You can't set up title matches for them. Zack Ryder can never defend his Cruiserweight title. You just can't book them. I don't even know why the other belts are in the game. You can't do anything with them. It's a bit like how WCW is a brand option, but you couldn't change any of the brands to WCW, so why does it matter? I don't know. But, to go a little further with what I was saying there, shit. The tag titles, I couldn't actually, I made a team called These Belts Suck. That was Vince McMahon and John Cena that I'm not using because I'm using the updated version of Cena. I went to give Cena one of the belts, one of the unified belts, and it said he had to be on Raw or SmackDown to have them. So there is no way of separating those tag titles. It just doesn't let you. And also, as well as that, we've got a tag team from Raw competing on SmackDown. So it doesn't matter even if I could split them. The game is going to book tag matches between people from both brands anyway. Because that's just how those belts are programmed in this one. So, Yep, tag division's just gonna have to be cross-promotional. Now, speaking of divisions, if you guys really want a women's division, do speak up. I'm not really interested. I know SARIA'S not at all interested either, but I'm not exactly going to say no. It's the same as General Manager mode. You know, I didn't use the women's title and the women's division in that game at first, but I did get a few comments saying, can you use them, please? So I did get them, and I do use them. And it'll be the same thing, you know? Admittedly, I'm playing the matches here, so maybe some of them will be fun to play. I don't know. I'm not ruling out any possibilities. Obviously, it's going to be a while before you guys even see these episodes and get to give me that feedback. But, yeah, just let me know if you guys want it or not. I don't really... I've got no real interest in them, but I'll... You know, the game's booking them in the end, so... Good old Camel Clutch gets the win, just like it did for Batista. So if that's something you guys want, then I'm not going to deny you of that. I just need the feedback first before I do it, because my personal opinion is a thumbs down. But I will give credit where due. Whilst I don't really know any of them, there are quite a few female characters in this game, so I guess there's that. The gold standard. But you know, it's down to you guys, ultimately. That's kind of what I'm going for with that one. I will do another draft for them if you really want me to. Wow, never seen that animation before. Well, initially this one was gonna be Edge versus JTG, but that kind of got flipped.
Approaching the ring from West Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 238 pounds, Ted DiBiase.
I was gonna check if, well, I did check, not was going to, I did check if, Shad and JTG were actually a team, because I wanted to make Crime Time a team, because the tag division could really use more teams. So, they are. I did make them a team. It just wasn't setting JTG as... No, sorry, Shad as JTG's manager for JTG versus Edge. So, once I went and checked that, I quickly turned Shad face, because I didn't want him randomly turning on JTG instantly. Then it decided that it was going to put Shad in the match for me doing that. I was going to put him up against Teddy Boy. I forgot to change his entrance. Whoops.
And his opponent, accompanied by JTG. From Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 295 pounds, Shad.
I like that he's still got the Crime Time-ish entrance. I mean, now he's acting a little bit more like you'd imagine he would as a heel. Walking all slow. Wasn't he supposed to be like really serious when he turned against JTG? Wasn't it supposed to be like, it was my time? Either way, I'm putting them back together because we could really use more tag teams. So, sorry, but no push for Shad as a singles wrestler. Not that I think I would have anyway. I don't really know anything about Shad as a singles competitor. But I do have the DLC, so if the game does decide to at some point turn Shad against JTG, I will roll with it. I won't deny them of that. JTG versus Edge. That's where the game was going with that. That's what the game thought that we wanted to see. JTG versus Edge. Instead, we now got Shad versus DiBiase. I don't honestly know which one people would have preferred. Probably the last one, because it at least had Edge in it. So I do apologize. But hey, at least we've got the $1 million champion in action. Isn't that something? That belt that's not a real belt that won't be defended. Isn't that wonderful?
Don't expect a lot of mercy to be shown here.
Maybe someone will get a top chance at the right price. What I'm really interested in is that we've got people like The Rock and Stone Cold and stuff on the rosters. It's not booking them. I'm very curious to see why. Like, if maybe that will change over the year, or if they will just continue to not be used and it will actually prioritize who was current at that point in time. Remember, this is being set in December of 2009. Don't you forget it. Big old clotheslines. That's the DiBiase special, apparently. I can't really say I remember much about DiBiase Jr. at this point, but then he has been gone for like 5 or 6 years, I think. I'm pretty sure he was around in like 12 and 13. No, he's not in 13, is he? I had a custom back when he got his big push. He is in 12. I might reunite the legacy. I might. But I ain't giving away my plans. Oh, shit. Get your hands off me. No, no, no. There we go. DiBiase Jr.'s got to win. We got to keep the legacy alive. He was a former NXT champion in the original universe. He had a really big push. He had people actually believing in him. I remember there was like a lot of support in the comments for the DiBiase push. I think that was more of a community-based one, because I don't really know anything about the guy, so I can't say that I personally was the reason for that. That would have been because that was what people wanted. I don't know anything about DiBiase Senior much either. Other than that, he didn't seem to wrestle all that much. Throughout most of what I've seen, he was more of a manager type. Yes, absolutely. DiBiase is always too confident. As per the usual, I don't actually think I've addressed this yet, and this is now the 3rd episode of Universe, or 4th episode, sorry, I forgot Survivor Series was the first, not Raw. I should probably have mentioned this a while back. I will be using as many people as possible in the games. The only ones that I will be leaving out are people that I absolutely just don't see as wrestlers. So, Mr. McMahon, for example, I'm not going to use him. Shane McMahon, I won't use. Stephanie, I won't use. But, you know, Druid, I won't use. But, you know, I'm not about to have a tantrum, you know. You guys will have seen the Superstar threads. You know my opinions on Jimmy Snuka. I don't really care for the guy, but I will try to use him, and I won't try to be biased. You know, if he goes up against Santino, I'll probably still let him go over because, you know, I want to be at least kind of real. You know, I might have an upset story where someone like a Santino or a Yoshitatsu has a bit of an uprising. I'm not about to deny everyone of that either, but I'm not going to be ridiculous. You know, I'm not going to like try to like predetermine that some people will be jobbers, and I'm not going to like restart a match just because I lose. If we get some kind of shock victory and Shad becomes the world heavyweight champion at like Backlash or something, then he becomes the world champion at Backlash. I'm not going to pretend that that didn't happen. This is just a universe. Fun things can happen. And I'm not going to take it so seriously that I refuse to use people just because I personally don't think that much of them. I just may not entirely book them to the best of my ability. You know, I might play against them. If it's Cena versus Snuka, I'm probably going to play Cena. I'm going to be like as reasonable as I can be whilst also, you know, being real in my opinions. Because I'm not going to care for it if all I'm doing is playing the people I don't like. But, you know, for the most part, I'm not really that fussed. There are some rules and boundaries that I won't be crossing. For example, if I do get some kind of popular vote for the women and people do end up wanting a women's division, when she comes into the games, I won't be using Paige because Saria absolutely hates her, and I don't like her either, so why would I? But for the most part, I'm going to try and throw that bias out the window, unless I just really cannot stand someone. You know, I won't be using the Bella twins if you guys want females, because I can't stand them. But as I said, I'll try my best to be as fair and as unbiased as I can be. JTG wins the US title, then good, congratulations JTG, you're the US champion. You know, for example, I'm using Finlay, and I don't actually like Finlay. And I will put him over, and I will play as him occasionally.
Oh my, what a Samoan drop.
It's just being fair. Fuck me, this is becoming a hell of a battle between DiBiase and Shad. I really didn't expect him to give me this much of a run for my money. Vance Archer, he is not. I gotta try. But yeah, I think it's fair to say that I won't use non-wrestlers. I think using someone like Druid on the roster is just silly. Using Mr. McMahon as a wrestler when everybody knows he's not, again, it's just a little ridiculous. I don't really think there are many non-wrestlers. I think it's mostly just the McMahons in the game, so I just won't be using them when it comes to non-wrestlers. Oh, come on. Get those fucking hands off me. Go for that pin. Gotta do it. Gotta get JTG away from ringside after all. Will it be? I like that the moment I pressed the release button, the referee immediately was just on the floor. He was ready. There you go. Discus. Oh. Yeah, the moment I release the pin, he goes to count. Manager ejected. There we go. I may have wanted JTG at ringside. That doesn't mean I like that he was at ringside. It doesn't mean that I'm going to enjoy the fact that he's there. I just want it to be real. When you have a tag team wrestler, generally their partner supports them at ringside. They don't usually compete one-on-one alone.
That should do it right there. One, two.
Well, there you go. He got the win anyway. Well done, Shad. Gonna steal the $1 million title with JTG now. Crime Time are gonna live up to their name. Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Oh, what's this? Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Okie dokie then. Undertaker attacked Shad. Okay, well, there you go. There's that. Well, yep. Alright, so I guess Shad's getting a world title match against Undertaker. That's probably where they're going to go with that. See, this is the problem with not being able to recolor entrance attires. Boy, he looks a little weird now. But well, whatever. John Morrison, one half of his tag team with R-Truth. That's a very memorable tag team, I'm sure. He's gonna make you pay. So he's going to be teaming up with R-Truth in this ladder match. What's the ladder match for? Well, $15,000, of course. What else is in that briefcase that they're going to be climbing for? I have no idea. I have honestly not got any answers for what this ladder match is for or about. It was one of those matches that it was insistent would happen, though, so it is. I mean, Miz is Intercontinental Champion. That could be something, I guess. Okay. It just cuts off there? I didn't press anything. What the fuck? Here comes the most hated man in all of universe. Biggest boos you'll ever hear. They just hate Chris Jericho. Wouldn't you though? I mean, look at the way that guy walks. He looks like he just shat himself. What a disgrace. Could have been tag team champions. Could have brought the gold to SmackDown. But he didn't. He lost. And we can definitely say that he lost. Because The Miz would beat Vance Archer right afterwards. He'd become Intercontinental Champion. It's all Jericho's fault that there's no tag titles on SmackDown. It's all Jericho's fault. I mean, there can still be, because apparently the tag team division crosses brands, but it's still Jericho's fault. All his. And that is pretty awesome. Look at that. No! Good old Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. Mid-card champions getting more use than the world champions, I think. Oh wait, no. Evan Bourne wasn't on Raw. And they're applauding him. Yeah. There you go. Claps for The Miz. Everybody loves him. Must be it. I really don't understand why this crowd reaction will randomly happen. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's intentional. I honestly have no idea. Now well. Miz and Morrison, a classic tag team, but not to be in this one. Boy, there's a lot of purple here. And then there's R-Truth. I forgot to make tag team attires for R-Truth and Morrison as well as Jericho and The Miz, but then what would they even do? Like, first of all, you can't even properly recolor Morrison's stuff. Second, R-Truth wears, like, just plain-ass jeans. You can't really make those multiple colors. They look silly. And then as for Miz and Jericho, well, that's just not even a real team. I still don't believe that. I think the game lied. I know that they did team at one point, and I think it was because they both got split up by the Big Show, but I refuse to acknowledge that. Show Miz and Jericho were both not very good, in my opinion. Miz, come on, you can get that. There you go. Let's just get this one over with nice and quick. Oh, okay. Here comes your salty boy. Vance Archer has not forgotten. He's going to go straight for me, isn't he? He's going to go right for me. That's alright, I'll take care of him too. So what if there's a fifth guy in the ring? What's he gonna do? Go on then, do your damn move. Show us why you're here, Vance. Miz. There you go. Do your big boy move. What the fuck was... Did you really need all that, like, setup? Oh, he's got another one. Michael Cole said this is it, so I'm assuming that was actually his finisher. But he's got a second one. Fuck off, Jericho. Keep getting in my damn way. Gotta keep my eyes on the prize with this one. No time wasted. Oh shit! Uh-oh. Damn it. He's doing that John Morrison stuff. Did he just try to like do like the Starship Pain or whatever the hell it was? It was like a basic move? Or did he have a finisher and I just missed it? I don't know. R-Truth just fucking bicycle kicked a ladder! Boy, Vance Archer needs to get the fuck out of here. Too many targets in one ring. Just go ahead and pull that there. Yeah, nice and adjusted. I'm going for it. No time wasted. Get that damn briefcase down. This match is a mess. Yeah, that's what you get. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Gotta stop him. Gotta stop him. Okay, well done, R-Truth. Oh wait, I might be able to still do this. Just gotta knock the ladder down. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow, they actually fall out of the ring in this game. That's a nice change. Get that out of the way, Jericho. You just take care of them. Let Miz do the rest. Ah shit. Then maybe don't let Miz do the rest. Oh my god. Oh, Truth, come on. Stop being a spot monkey. No. It wasn't supposed to go down like this. There was no predetermined plan, but it wasn't supposed to go down like this. We're gonna make the champ look strong. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, Miz, you're gonna be champion in like a year. In real life, not in the game. You gotta start doing better. You're about to become Mr. Money in the Bank. Actually, I think he would have been Mr. Money in the Bank when this came out. Oh, maybe not. This came out in like late 2010. He might have just won the title when this game came out, actually, thinking on it. Because he won it like kind of late 2010-ish, I think. Held it for a while and then lost it to Cena at like Backlash or Extreme Rules, whatever the fuck it was called. The one after Mania. His only ever world title. Such a good champion. I guess one was all he needed. Jericho, would you at least try to win? You've got the fucking ladder right in your hands. How stupid can you be?
Under the rules of a no disqualification match, the referee is out, and here we go.
Here we go.
The case this time. R-Truth's heading back.
There you go.
I don't believe it.
I do. It's over. I came to play. Yay, they won the money, because I don't really know what the game's going to reward them with. Probably nothing. This was probably just a random tag match. I think Universe likes doing gimmick matches. Oh well. They're the briefcase holders. Yep. These two right here. They are your new briefcase tag team. Mm-hmm. Intercontinental Champion Miz, and I guess Jericho has a briefcase. Why not? Alright now, fellas, it's main event time on SmackDown. The World Champion attacked Shad, so he won't be involved in this. This one I can actually get behind. This is a good match. In the original universe that I did, Randy Orton was Intercontinental and World Heavyweight Champion in the span of a single night. But in this universe, in the second universe, the SARIA universe, he is nothing. He has not achieved anything. He is just another newcomer like everybody else, and he's gonna make a name for himself just like everybody else. I think that, to be honest, his achievements from WWE12 were probably one of my favorite things about the way it started, was it really cemented the legacy of someone from the moment they began, whereas no one really had that. No one really got to be a double champion immediately. Yeah, you've got unified tag champions, but those don't count. Everybody knows that those don't count. For the record books, I will probably refer to the unified tag titles as the WWE tag title. So basically, anyone who wins the Unified Tag titles throughout this year will just be a former WWE Tag Team Champion. The World Tag titles won't be introduced until next year. We're just going to pretend that there's only half of those tag belts. So, yeah, that's kind of the way I'm going to go around that. Rather than making every single person that holds the Unified Tag titles a former of both, I'm just going to treat it as just the WWE Tag Team titles. Because that is, like, what they're basically referred to as. Oh, Edge has a ticket. Well, I mean, he should have a ticket. He was going to fight. He was going to fight JTG at one point. Oh. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Sure. So here we go with this one-on-one match. Of course, I had to play CM Punk, because naturally at this point in time, he would have been my favorite. Although, admittedly, when the Straight Edge Society stuff started happening, that was around the time I stopped watching. So I don't really know very much about this CM Punk. I know that he gets shaved by Rey Mysterio and wears a mask for a while. The mask is in the game. I just decided not to have CM Punk be a luchador for the next year. I know that Big Show is the one that unmasks him. I know that Joey Mercury is in the Straight Edge Society but didn't make it into the game. Also, Serena, I think it was like the manager. I don't know anything about her. I just remember that she was a part of it. The bald woman. Because that was the whole thing, was that he'd shave everyone that joined the Straight Edge Society. I honestly thought he was doing push-ups for a second there. Jumping around on his fists was not what I thought he was doing. I wonder who Edge is out like to distract. I'll be sure. Fucking sirens, go away. I'm sorry if you hear that. Again, my window is open right now. It's very hot in this room without it, so I kind of got to. But those damn sirens are so fucking loud. I'd be surprised if that wasn't being picked up. He's something that starts with the word "cun." Why does he keep taunting? I'm gonna guess he's here for Orton, because they're probably rivals. You gonna go for Luke Gallows, are you, buddy? CM Punk has hammer throw? Oh, I think everybody has every ability in this game, actually. Except for springboards. So maybe not. Yeah, CM Punk just has hammer throws thinking on it. That's weird. God damn it. No. Punk. So, you know, I haven't actually asked this yet. This could be a fun question just to get you guys chatting, even though I've already asked a question earlier in this episode, technically. Go ahead and give me some feedback here. Who would you guys like to see be a champion throughout 2011 Universe Mode? Who would you guys like to see be the ones to win the championship? Do tell. I would really love to hear the opinions on who deserves it. Keep in mind, if you don't know the full roster, assuming I've written up the wiki, there is that. And there should also be, there should also be, fucking, the other thing that I'm completely forgetting about. There should also be the draft video that you can look at. That's what I was trying to say, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, I might be able to just win it off of this. Oh, there you go. The battery for controller 1 is low. Good time to have finished. Good to know. Well, CM Punk gets the win. Edge was there at ringside. He got to watch it. I don't really know what his purpose was, but he was there. Thanks for coming, Edge. CM Punk gets the win. His boy Luke Gallows watching him proudly, like a proud dad. And that will be the end of SmackDown. So CM Punk up in the ranks, Randy Orton down in the ranks. Don't forget that we've got TLC coming up in just 3 weeks worth of universe time. But now it's time for the news / rankings to see what the hell actually happened on this show. Okay. So there's a recap of the results. They're all there. I'm not going to scroll through them. You should have watched the show if you want the results. So first up, the news. Randy Orton and CM Punk are now... Oh, no, okay, it starts from the top. So John Morrison and Chris Jericho are now enemies. R-Truth and The Miz are now enemies. R-Truth and Chris Jericho are now enemies. Basically, the tag teams are all now enemies with each other. Good to know. Randy Orton and CM Punk are now enemies. Okay, so in terms of the rankings, there'll be no changes on SmackDown, will there? On Raw. So the tag contenders are there. They don't seem to have been affected by anything. Even Morrison and R-Truth losing didn't put them down. In terms of the Intercontinental title, Luke Gallows up, Ted DiBiase down. So in other words, because DiBiase lost, he has gone down. That's pretty much all that implies, because it wouldn't have actually been anything to do with Gallows. Shad is number 4. I suppose technically they were split when this game came out. And from the world title rankings, nothing visible in the top 10 has happened. You can't actually go lower than the top 10, so I don't know what it's done below these. But CM Punk beating the number 1 contender did not put him as the number 1 contender. So evidently the rankings don't change very much. It's a little disappointing. So let's see what we're in for, assuming it doesn't change too much on Raw. First up, we got Matt Hardy versus Sheamus in a Superstars rematch. That one will be a submission match. So that's great. We're already getting a rematch. Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett. Okay, keeping the Nexus nice and strong on the show, whilst Kofi Kingston gets his first Raw appearance. The Straight Edge Society up against Crime Time. So 2 tag teams that are both on SmackDown are going to be competing on Raw in a table match. That's definitely different. And in the main event, a table match again. It's table week this week. Apparently, maybe it's trying to build up TLC by having ladders and table matches. Maybe that's the plan, and I've just been completely missing it. Maybe there's a reason that we've been seeing them. And that's going to be between MVP and Batista. I don't really know what this is like for. I don't really know what it's planning. It's a pretty weak looking show, to be honest, but that's just my personal opinion. MVP versus Batista. I'm very curious to see where like Batista and MVP rank. So Batista is number 5 and MVP is number 4. So it's clearly booking off of the top ranks, which is why Shawn Michaels and Jack Swagger faced off before. This match between Matt Hardy and Sheamus might have something to do with this. Maybe. I don't know. It just seems to like booking Matt Hardy. But Straight Edge Society versus Crime Time is 2 very low-ranked teams facing off. Oh, right, yeah, and of course, that's not actually in use. So I guess that's it. I'm sure one of those matches will have changed by the time I next do this, because they do change quite frequently, from what I can tell. It's only usually the bottom 2 that stay the same, so we will be getting a SmackDown tag match on Raw, as well as probably getting main event between MVP and Batista. That one's probably a given. Those 2 table matches are almost definitely happening. Whereas these first 2, you might see Matt Hardy or Kofi swap out, because usually it keeps the guy on the right, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Whatever. Point is, this is apparently what you can expect on the next episode of Raw. So, yeah, it's going to be a long year of just random put together matches, evidently. And I will see you guys next time as we continue the road to TLC. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.